Well, about a year and a half ago, I discovered 3D printing on saw a little segment on a news channel, and kind of sparked my imagination on, affordable 3D printing was pretty crazy. I started developing my own 3D printer and put it on Kickstarter, and it got pretty popular and kind of snowballed from there. Eventually, I opened up the store. So. Well, a simple way 3D printing kind of works, it's basically a robotic hot glue gun. It grabs material that could melt, and it extrudes it through a nozzle with a very tiny hole, and it basically builds objects layer by layer. Very sophisticated hot glue gun. To get to that object, you could download it off the internet, you could design it in CAD programs. CAD program is computer-aided design. That's what CAD or CAD program means. Basically, the programs to create 3D objects. Many use them in engineering for machining and things like that. And others use them for just visual effects or games and stuff like that. There's like a huge list of what a 3D printer can do or problems it could solve. In the engineering world, it's used for prototyping, very rapid prototyping. So that way, if you have parts or ideas that you want to develop quickly, instead of drawing them in the CAD program, sending them out to other people to generate for you, you could basically in-house generate very rough or very quick versions of the parts that you're designing, and test fit them or make sure they're, what you expect, basically.
My name is Drew Shelley, and I just got into 3D printing. So when I was younger, I used to be a lot stronger. So yeah, I can, I used to snow ski and, mountain bike and hike and do everything. Yeah, I was always walking. But, as I get older, I get weaker, so I can't do that so much. I have muscular dystrophy. It's a condition where my muscles atrophy or weaken as I get older. Having limited mobility means I need to design stuff to allow me to live an independent life. A power chair is basically an extension of my body. Having a good chair is really important because it's also about freedom, the freedom to take me where I want to go, when I want to go. I went all over New Zealand, Cambodia, Thailand, India, backpacking with a power chair. Hey, Dad. Hi.
You're back. You're home.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Yeah, good. Good to see you.
People with disabilities, everybody's different, and everybody requires different types of equipment to cope with their disabilities.
So, yeah, you made that, didn't you?
Yeah.
Did you get my gear made for the for my car?
I started it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I talked to Diego about it. He said they can print nylon.
Yeah.
Actually, he said this is nylon. I found Diego at Beesmaker online, and I just stopped by his shop and said, "Hey Diego, can you print this out for me?" And I gave him a memory stick.
How are you?
And he said, "Yeah, no problem."
Good, good. Yeah.
So I came back the next day, and the part was ready. He said this is nylon. You can print it out of this,
That'll work.
that material.
And with 3D printing, it brings the cost of designing and producing equipment for special needs down to a reasonable level where you can customize equipment for the individual's needs.
So this is the swingaway I designed. You know, basically this joystick is in the way. Basically I just push this down and it swings open. And it's this little latch right here that I 3D printed because it's a, you know, when it's going to be complicated to, you know, make in other manufacturing methods. So, you know, it's really easy to make this. And it's way better than, you know, any other swingaway available from the manufacturer. When I had this idea for the swingaway, the first thing I did is I drew it out on paper, you know, the basic shapes and the dimensions. And then I went and started designing it in SolidWorks. Well, basically, 3D printing allowed me to manufacture my own swingaway better than any swingaway available from any manufacturer. And because this latch is a complicated piece, it was going to be difficult to make myself, and it would have required some expensive machining, and it was just a lot easier for me to design it on the computer and then have it printed out. I'm always customizing stuff. I'm always, you know, tinkering and trying to make things better. It's hard to get stuff customized by the power chair company or the dealer because, I mean, they're kind of limited into what they can do. I mean, they can only do bolt-on stuff. I uploaded the design to Shapeways, so if someone wanted to make their own, they can download the 3D file and have it printed themselves.
Andrew studied engineering, and so he's designed a lot of things, manipulators, things to help him, and he would design them and I would build them.
So, you know, we make a great team.
So he was very good at knowing what he needed to cope with everyday challenges.
So it picks you up?
I don't know, it should.
Yeah. So again, the great thing about this is, you know, it has a small footprint and it'll lift you up off the floor, and there's not really anything that on the market that can do that.
He wanted to do what the other kids were doing, but he also was so determined to do those things that he would find a way.
We used to go out in the desert a lot on weekends, take our ATVs out, jump through them, and, you know, show them what you can accomplish when you put your mind to it. And, you know, and not just that, but I just wanted to, you know, explore the world while I was still young, while I still could.
Well, I think the 3D printing has expanded his thinking.
3D printing allows others to be more creative and brings their ideas to life, almost. You know, lets them create real, tangible, useful objects from ideas that they have, you know, in an easy to produce manner.
What he can build to help himself and help others.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely, he's into this 3D printing where he's got all these different ideas of what he's going to do in the future with it.